Alright, hey everyone, hello everyone. So, I wasn't gonna do a video, but I kept hearing a question, so I'm going to explain. So, the question basically is like, how was I able to cut off people so easily? And just let you know, it wasn't hard. I mean, it was hard. It was hard. Taking me a long time to get to this point where I have a amazing cutoff game. All right, I don't play games. First and foremost, I don't play games. Now, reality board game stuff I can do, but when it comes to the mental, I don't like playing mind games. I can be my authentic self, and it will feel like a game by itself. I don't have to do all of that extra stuff. Alright, so this is what the best way I can explain is like this. When it comes like to my mother, or anyone, be honest, like I'm like this. I make sure I do everything that I can to make a relationship work. I do everything. I try to communicate. I try to listen. I pay attention to a person, to their emotions, to their feelings. I take myself out of my shoes and mentally put myself into theirs. I take knowledge of what the person been through in their lives and all of that. And I try to understand, okay, this person been through all of these different things. This is why they act the way they are. Or this is why they react the way they do. So I take all of these factors into consideration. Excuse me. Once I take those factors into consideration, then I analyze the situation as, okay, it's not so much saying, okay, you get a pass for this, you get a pass for that. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'm like, I can, no one's perfect. I can overlook this situation. I can overlook that situation. But what has happened was I start overlooking too many things. Because the more you start overlooking things, you start realizing, hold on, I'm overlooking issues in your life, but then when it comes to me, you throw everything in my face. When it comes to me, every time I turn around, you go back in the past and throw everything back at me. But then when I try to present the information to you, it's avoided. Like your past is not, that book cannot be open. It's like lock and key. But when my past, you can walk into that room, pick whatever book out and throw it at me anytime you want. Then some people throw religion on top of it and utilize religion. I cannot stand that. Okay. So, excuse me, throughout time, like when it came to like, I'm going to start off with friends and then I'm get to my mother at the end. When it came to friends, I was always there for people. I listen to people. I understand people. But I also pay attention to how you treat me when we're around other people. That's what gets me. So I'm an observer. I'm a type. I'm quiet. I know when to be quiet and I know when to talk. See, that's the difference. As females, a lot of times females like to yak all the time. And it's like, can't get a word in. Like, child, honey, close it. Okay? I'm a type, I like to sit back and listen just as much as I like to talk. So I listen. So, what I basically do, I listen. I pay attention to how your personality is when you're around me, how you laugh, how you joke, how you talk, all of these things. And then I pay attention to how you are when you're around other people. And I watch all of that. So this is how I can figure out if you're talking about me behind my back. Okay. So I'll listen to the conversation because everybody starts to ask random questions and stuff. And when I listen to it, that's how I pay attention to how you respond. Because how you respond when you're around these people and me compared to how you respond when it's just me and you. So when I start hearing lies, voluntary lies, that's when I start, okay, all right, that is one thing. When, as a person that's supposed to be a friend, when you're coming to me, you're talking about all your other friends. Okay. Because my thing is this, yes, we can have a buddy system and we can communicate. But I'm one of the type of people like this. If you can't say it to them in their face, then why you bringing it to me? I don't want to talk about it. I don't even want to know about it. Like, I'll listen to you, but I ain't going to really say too much about the situation because they ain't here to defend themselves. So my thing is this, if you're willing to talk about them behind their back, and I know you talk to them on a daily basis, then you're doing the same to me. So I pay attention to those things. Advice. If I give you advice and knowing that if I'm going through something, and you know I'm going through something, and I'm over here helping you out and giving you advice and communicating with you, and your life is going good, but when I'm going through something, and then when I start talking about my life, you don't want to talk, I pay attention to that. Whenever I do offer advice and I communicate, I'm not one of the type of people that's going to sit back and when I see you doing wrong, I'm going to like applaud you for it. No, if you're doing something wrong, be like, look, that you shouldn't be doing that. Don't do that to those people. Don't do that to that guy. Don't do that to that girl. Don't do stuff like that. If I sit back and see that you petty and you ready to fight all the time, I pay attention. I don't do drama. Okay. I'm going to tell y'all about an incident that happened a long time ago. So back in the day, I used to go hang out to a club, go to the clubs. When I did go like in group, this is when I first got out of high school. So I was going to a community college, and it was me and maybe sometimes with 3 other girls or something like that, 3 or 4 other girls. Now, we always have that one girl that didn't like the other girl, but I'm like, we going to be all cool together. We ain't got time for all of that. But when we go hang out, we all go hang out. They know I wasn't a drinker, okay? I'm not a drinker. At that time, I wasn't a drinker. Everybody else drank. I don't care. I could be the designated driver if needed. But at the time, I didn't have a car, so it couldn't be that. But I pay attention to stuff. Now, I don't do the drinking and driving. If you drinking and you driving, I don't condone that. So we did always have another person that didn't drink, because I'm not about to do that. I only did that once with someone and never again. But anyway, so we hanging out, and when we go out, we make sure each person is straight and everything. But there was this one night, this one night. Now, give you a little backstory. Now, this girl had an issue that was going on where she was going through some mental stuff, and I talked to her and I communicated with her and I helped her through the process. Lo and behold, a week later, we go hanging out. This person had got a brand new car. And we're out and we about to leave the club. This girl had audacity, knowing her behind can't fight, going to sit there and fuss with some other girls. First and foremost, I'm going to tell you this. If you know you can't fight, I don't care if you were with a group of people, you know you can't fight, don't start no arguments. Don't start nothing. So the child decided to start an argument with this other girl. I'm like this. I don't fight. Okay? I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover, not a fighter. So these people over here fighting and stuff, about to fight. You know what my behind did? Go sit in the car. Yes, I am the type of person. I went and sit in the car, let them go and fight. Go right ahead. That's your life. Go boo-boo. Go right ahead and fight. Yes. Y'all can sit back and be like, they ain't no friend and this and that. First and foremost, I tell these people, I communicate and say, we don't need to do all of that. Okay? We don't need to fight. We don't have to do all of this stuff. Sometimes you need to walk away. Last time I checked a gun, when you shoot that bullet, it ain't got a name on it. Okay? Ain't no different than with a knife. It ain't got a name on it. So why I'm going to sit here and fuss and fight over a dumb argument, something that's dumb, that's stupid? Why am I going to risk my life for you because you didn't know how to fight, because you knew you had some posses to back? Okay, they was going to back your behind up. And plus, anyone that knows me know I don't do that. They know I don't roll like that, because that's another thing about me. I give my, how can I say it? You know, like you go to a job and you got to give out, let them know what type of skills you have. That ain't on my resume. Okay? Fighting is not on my resume. You want to be friends, fighting is not on my resume. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong. In the spiritual world, I will whoop your behind. That's something different. Reality world, I ain't got time for all of that. I ain't got time for all of that. Okay? So, one thing about me, I'm straight up. I'm upfront. I'm going to tell you what I can do and what I cannot do. I'm going to let you know how far I can go and where my limits at. I'll get you to that edge, but I ain't about to jump with you. I'm going to watch you fall down, because I told you already, I don't have a parachute. Okay? You don't have a parachute. So if you decide to jump, somebody got to tell the story. That's it. So I know y'all like, what the heck this got to do with it? Because one thing about me is this. If I'm going to walk away from a friendship that I call a friend, best believe I done everything that I could do. Everything I could do. So when that person pushed me to that limit where we at that edge, somebody got to go. It ain't going to be me. Okay? It ain't going to be me. I'm not going to keep losing my mind off of people. And see, that's what has happened. Not just in my reality, but in my spiritual. Okay? So in my reality world, any person I ever was friends with, I was friends with them. They wasn't friends with me. Okay? They only was around me because, one, I had knowledge. I had enough information. I had energy. Number two, the only reason why they talked to me is because no one else listened to them. I was the only one that was a true friend. When their other so-called fake friends, their other friends walked away from me, I was always the last resort. I was always the one that was picked on, joked on, looked at, laughed at in any friendship. And the ones that don't think that I know, I know. I know when you get on the phone with your other friends that you was talking about me. I know when you got on the phone with your other friends that you was joking on me. I know when y'all get around in the group, y'all be laughing at me. See, the thing about it is this. Before I even knew who I was, I saw what was going on. Because I pay attention. Because when you are truly a friend with someone, you can tell when something's not right. You can feel the vibe. You can feel the energy. You can feel different things. And see, and that's what was going on. Also with these same people. When being in a... Hold on a second, my alarm going off. Being in a friendship with these people, I realized that they did a lot of stupid stuff. And the stupid stuff was like this. Like I said, they will laugh at me in front of other people. So when other people come around, I was the tail end of the joke. They will sit there and do little hateful stuff to me, joke on me in front of new people. And I peeped game. I said, okay, I tolerated stuff. But the thing about it is I sat back a lot of times and see, how far will you really go? How far will you really take this energy? Because I want to see what you really was about. And the thing about it for me is, what hurt the most is to know that none of the other people like y'all. They using you. And that's the crazy part. The other folks that they run to, that they think is their besties, that's their friends, don't even like them. They using them. And see, I've told every single person I was friends with, I'll tell them, this person ain't right, but you know, hey. And I've said certain things in front of people just to let you know that I don't have I'm not ashamed to mention something in front of someone and say, hey, I don't like what you're doing here. I don't like what's going on. And I don't have to be disrespectful about it. But I always tell people, pay attention to the details. That's my word right there. That's my sentence. Pay attention to the details. Pay attention to the details. That's it. Pay attention to the details. You understand? I don't care if a person is in a relationship with a man. Pay attention to the details. Okay? So, when it comes to friendships, for me, I don't have to be around people to be happy. And that's something that they didn't like. A lot of people don't like when you are free. I can be with people and I can be by myself. I don't need people to make me happy because I make me happy. Even when I cry, I make me happy. And I just realized, like, you know what? If I got to be the tail end of everything, then that means I'm on top. Because a lot of times when people looking at it, my thing is this. When you keep looking at the back all the time, then the back is really the front. And that's what made me walk away. Because I would notice that every time when there's a group of people or when there was always something going on, y'all came running to me. Then that made me realize that I wasn't the one that needed y'all. You needed me. And that's why I walked away. No different than the spiritual world with these people in the higher up societies. So just to let y'all know, as I told y'all before, these people in the higher societies, they would chime in to the reality friends. So what will happen is, even though I'm holding two conversations at one time. So whoever I was in a friendship with, I'm having a conversation like you see me, but I'm also holding a conversation in the spirit. So in the spiritual world, all these higher ups, what they'll do is they would do little stuff to me and to try to play with my mind and stuff. Now this is the thing. Whatever they did to me was equivalent to what the person in reality was doing to me. So yeah, I peeped game. I just want to see what y'all was going to do, how far y'all was going to go. at the same time, y'all was telling on y'allself. So I was just writing notes. Checkmate. And so that's it. I was writing notes. No different than in a relationship with guys. Yeah, in a relationship with guys, I peep game early. You know, if I'm talking to someone, I listen. I pay attention. I listen to how they represent themselves as a man. I pay attention to what they say, as you know, how they communicate with me, the stuff they communicate. Yeah, like it was certain things. Prime example. And see, this is the thing. I want y'all to know one thing. It's not that I want to go down memory lane at all. Like, I don't want to. But in order for me to connect the dots so you can get an idea, that's the only reason why I'm talking about certain things. I have given, and I've let go. I'm detached from all of this. So I can talk about it and it don't mess with me. It doesn't make me mad or make me sad. There's no emotion there. So it's like I'm just reading my book to you on this chapter, this page, and this sentence. So I'm just, you know, reading it out to you. But anyway, so relationship wise, there was one relationship I was in with a person where when I met this person, I don't know how in the world I got into a relationship with this person at the time, but I met this person, and the first day they took me out to eat. I met them at my job. They asked me to go out. I said, cool. We went out to eat. We went to a restaurant. Do you know, we didn't even get to the entree. We only got to the appetizer. That's it. I bought, like, he bought me an appetizer. And then he said, okay, let's go. I said, okay. Now, I know. Y'all probably like, what the heck happened here? Okay. I'm telling you. So I went with him. We left. So he was like, well, we'll go somewhere else real quick or something like that. I said, okay, cool. Lo and behold, he take me to his house. Okay, this is quick. I just met this Negro. All I ordered was some onion rings. That was it. That's it. And I'm already heading back to our house. What the heck going on here? That ain't nothing, y'all. That ain't nothing. This fool had bought out a drink. Not no just basic drink. One of the drinks that would get you drunk real fast. So he already had a motive. And I paid attention. I peeped game. He brought out some Patron. Like, dog, you like, I just want to get in and get out. I said, okay, cool. I said, listen. I said, okay. He poured me a drink. He got a drink. So the situation happened like this. So he put some music on. Lights all dim. We in the living room. And he over there drinking. I take a sip. Put it to the side. He over there drinking. I put the cup to my mouth. Make him think I'm drinking it. I keep putting it to the side. This Negro over here drunk now. He's drunk. Not too bad, but he's getting drunk. And the thing about it was, I said, wow. So the whole story to this situation is, he was hoping that I was going to be one of these females that give it up easily. Lo and behold, it didn't go down like that. Okay? For a long time. Long time. And the thing when it came to guys, I peep game. I listen to you. I do. A lot of females don't listen. And see, that's the thing. When it came to this guy, I listened to him. I listened to him talk. Matter of fact, he got loosened up, started dancing. You know, and this is not the type of person that like to dance. But because I listened to him, I was able to pull information out by talking. And see, the thing is, when it came to guys, that's what I do. I listen. See, when it comes to dating and communicating, a lot of times females, we don't allow men to talk. We talk about our entire lives. Now, don't get me wrong. In some incidents or some situation, guys, they would reverse the role and they would do all the talking. So I just started listening. I just listened. I would ask questions, and I wouldn't say too much about myself. I would just listen and go from there. And that's how I kind of handled myself. But yeah, I had to break it off. I'm like, how can I say it? I don't like when people play with my emotions. Don't jump in and jump out, jump in and jump out, jump in and jump out. That's one of those things I can't stand. Because I realize people want you to chase them. That was the same thing with these females as friends. They wanted me to chase them. See, everybody's about popular groups. They want to be popular. They want everybody to run after them. They want everybody to pick up the phone to call them. They want everybody to sit back and want to hang out with them. I'm not like that. I don't care if you don't call me to say, hey, you want to hang out. I don't care if you don't call me and say you want to go here. I don't care if you call me and say you want to go there. If you don't ever call me, it ain't going to bother me. Now, one thing about me being in a friendship, I will call to check on you. I would do random calls. Hey, are you okay? How was your day? How are you doing? Are you okay? How's the kids doing? Are they okay? Is everything all right? Not that just basic, nah. How are you doing mentally? How are you doing mentally? Is your mind right? Are you okay? What's really good? Don't just say I'm good. No. I know you're not really good. What's really good? See, I'm one of those type of friends. So when it comes to people, when I don't get that same energy back, after a while, I say, okay, cool. Okay. I'm not about to sit here and be a therapist. And see, that's what has happened in my life. I became everyone's therapist. That's all I was good for, a therapist. And then what will happen is, whatever information I provide, they will take that information and then send it back to the fake friends that they think are the real friends. And then they'll tell them I'm the dumb one, and that everything that they're on telling them is from out of their mouth. Nah, I was the one that provided that information so they can help you out. So in my journey, I started noticing that a lot. I started noticing that I was being used. Only time people want to be around me when nobody else want to be around them. I said, cool. So I don't know why I tolerated for so long. It's because I truly love people, and I was wishing the best. I really was. I was wishing the best for people and hoping that they would change their ways. But then I got to the point like, I can't do that. Because every single time I'm on the phone, why is it when I get off the phone, I feel drained? It's like as soon as I get on the phone, I'm like, hey, how you doing? And this and that, you good? Be laughing and everything. By the time I got off the phone, I'm like, Dad, did I work 12-hour shift? Did I work a 12-hour shift? Why am I feeling drained? Why is it that when I walked into this room, I was happy? When I walked out, I felt like somebody beat me up. I started paying attention to that. And I started noticing that, how come all these people that I hung around, they in better positions in their life? They got degrees, they got businesses, they got houses, they got all of these things. How the heck they got all this stuff? And every single time when I try to create something for myself, I ain't got enough energy for it. Why is it that every single time I'm trying to do something for myself, I don't feel good about myself? I don't feel good about, because you want to know why? Because all that negative energy got reversed right to me. I was giving them positive, and they was taking my positive and throwing the negatives back onto me. So I never could be successful the way I supposed to be a long time ago. So every time I try to go to school, I didn't have motivation to say, you can do it. You're great. You're going to be all right. You can hang in there. Do you need help with your schoolwork? Do you need help with that? I didn't have that. When I was going through issues with my kids and stuff, I didn't have real support like that saying, hey, I got your back. I'm there. Nah, some people, don't get me wrong. There was one person that was there like that. But now I know that it was a facade. It was a way to keep me. See, people know how to love bomb you. They know how to do little things and say, oh, I really love you. I really care about you. But if you're still talking about me behind my back and laughing at me to others, you're just giving me something to hold on to think that this is real, to think that you really care. And see, that's something I learned too. A lot of times people would do little gestures here and there. Hey, I got you. I can do this or I can do that. But then at the same time, you're doing all this crazy, reckless stuff behind my back. And we're supposed to be friends. So I start realizing you're love bombing me. You're giving me something to think that this is real when it's truly fake. It's fake. And I learned that even in my marriage, being in a marriage, same thing. Same exact thing. I'm providing knowledge. I'm providing information. I'm not talking at somebody. I'm not belittling them. I'm not trying to treat them like they like I'm the mom and they the child. I'm really like, hey, how about this? Can we go do this together? Or, hey, you know what? If you want, I'll watch this, whatever you want to watch, and this and that. And I started noticing, even being married, I started noticing that anytime I was happy, there was an argument. Lo and behold, there's an argument. A long day happy, and they get them what they want when they want it. I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm making sure they get what they need. I'm listening, I'm touching, I'm doing all of these things. As soon as I say, hey, I think I'm going to go out here and start a business today, or I'm going to go to school today. I'm going to do this. What happens? There's an argument. And before I know it, I'm being taught that like I'm stupid. Like I'm done. Telling me what I'm saying is false information. Or they out here, they're talking to someone else or something like that. I'm like, hey, listen, I know you're talking to someone else. I know something's going on. But let me know. Talk to me. What is it that's going on in our relationship that can be fixed so you don't have to feel like you need to walk out? So you don't feel like you need to go out here and do something. Nah, I'm being taught to, or hands put it on, or somebody putting their hands on me or something trying to fight me. So I pay attention. I got to the point where I say, you know what, enough is enough. If I have to walk through this world by myself, at least I know I am safe. Every time it's like a baseball game, baseball field. Every time I hit a base, I'm going to make sure even when the ball is being thrown, it ain't going to hit me and you ain't going to catch me. I'm going to be safe. I don't care if I have to run or slide on to the next base. I'm going to be safe. Because I start realizing once I start pulling my energy back from them and putting it on myself, I start being happier. I wasn't depressed. I wasn't sad. I wasn't feeling like the world was coming to an end. I wasn't feeling like, like, I don't know, like if I was about to die. Like I had so many moments that I want to end it. So many times I thought about it. So many times. Because a person like me that show unconditional love, and then you sitting back and watching people and you see how people are treating them and they think that's true love. And it's like, Dad, like I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to put you on game. Like pay attention to what's real. Pay attention to the real, what's fake. But they ran after all these people. And I had to realize, you know what? Let these people run. I'm not going to run behind you anymore. I'm not going to chase behind you anymore. Because I start feeling like I was somebody's little lap dog. They were like, here, puppy, huh? Like, that's how I felt. Because I was always that type of person that I volunteered to help. Hey, you need this? I see, you was talking about some stuff the other day. I got some stuff that I can help you with that. Or don't forget, you was talking about you got that meeting tomorrow. Don't forget you got that. I know you were talking about you were sick and stuff. There's some medicine at the store if you want me to go pick it up to make sure you okay. You understand? Like, that's the type of friend I was. That's the type of friend I am. See, I don't wait for you to have to ask me. I pay attention to you. I pay attention to the details. So I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to be a support for you. But they took that as weakness. They took it as, she's stupid. She's dumb. Look at her running behind me. Doing this, doing that. Every time I turn around, look at her. I don't care what it is. If I say I need it, this need to be done, she already done it. If I say I need to go here, she already ready to pick me up and take me there. Look how many times I took her car and she allowed me to drive her car to go somewhere. Look, she even gave me a key to come in her house, wash my behind, and I didn't even have to pay for it. Look how many times she cooked for me. Yeah, back in the day, I would sit back and cook for my friends. Home cooked meals. Not that little sloppy mess y'all be doing these days. Home cooked meals. I would cook food and stuff for these people. They didn't have to go eat out. They would come to my house and could go in the refrigerator and there would be a meal prep for them. There was times that people could come into my house and they didn't live close by because we all went to the community college. They didn't live close by. They will can go wash up. They'll come to my house during their breaks, during their classes, and get to watch TV and stuff. They'll be able to do whatever they needed to do. Shucks, even there was times when they got the little sneaky links in at my house. Yeah. But then when my lights was getting cut off and I was about to be evicted, nobody offered a dime. Nah. When I got kicked out, they laughed at me and said I was dumb and stupid. But I was their support when they needed it. Still to this day, no one ever said thank you. And that's all I ever wanted was a thank you. Even at those times when those things happened, no one ever said thank you. They just get their plate and walk out the door. Yeah, that's how these so-called friends. And I got to the point I'm like, I'm wasting my time. Relationships, I'm wasting my time. Family, I ain't wasting my time. Same thing with my mother. I wasn't the type of person that had finances like that. So my love language was cooking. There was a lot of meals that she used to like and some new ones she never tried. That I was trying to open her palate up to try something different. And I would offer her food. I'd be like, hey, Mom, can you come, you want something? I got food. You can come over and stuff like that. Sometimes I'd be like, hey, I'm going to go drive somewhere. You want to come ride with me? Stuff like that. When I had to go to Florida to go get my kids, hey, Mom, you want to come? Never charged her. Never charged her. Never. And I know y'all probably like, but that's your mom. No. You'd be surprised how some things go. Never charged her. I just do what I could do. Don't get me wrong. There was times she would do certain things, but if I didn't have the funding, when I did have the funding, I would give her the money. I would pay her for whatever she did. I don't care if she came to do something, even though now I know it's some other stuff going on. But I would pay her. I'll give her money for doing things when I couldn't. Yeah, even if she watched my kids, if I couldn't do it that day, I don't care if it was a week or a month later, I'll pay her back for those things. She never told y'all that. I know. That's how it was. Because it was my responsibility. I may not have it then, but when I do have, I make sure I do what I need to do. That's the type of love I had. I'll go out of my way and do a lot of things whenever I could. Even with my mother, out of all the years, I can say, before I went through the spiritual part, probably 20 days, she didn't hear from me. I would call my mom every day. Every day, just about every day. Even when we get into an argument, I'll call her to check on her to make sure she's good. Even though I know she the one start the argument. Just about every single day, I'll call her to check on her. Are you good, Mom? Are you all right? How you doing? What's going on? Yeah, she never told y'all that. Yeah, I called her every day. I called her every day. Just about every single day. But when I went through the spiritual process, I stopped talking to her for about 2 months or 3 months. But that was because God directed me to shut it down. I had to. Because God was showing me the truth. So yeah, in this process, everyone that have sat back and said that all of these things was lying. I've always been an amazing friend. I'm not sitting there to say it to brag. I've always been an amazing friend. And if they know, they know. There's a lot of stuff that I know about them that I still to this day never told anyone. And never will. You understand? Because I take friendship seriously. Now when it comes to the elites, there's something different. Y'all put me out here in the open. So now that's the reason why I'm handling y'all the way I do. The other ones, nah. That's petty stuff. But you elites, y'all put me in y'all light. So I have to show you my light. So that's all that is. But yeah. So I had to get to a point in my life that I had to look at myself and say, Toy, look where you're at. Think about where you're at in your life. Are you progressing or are you being stagnant? Are you showing growth? Where is your progress? Where is your resume to show that you are doing something with yourself? Are you following your purpose? Are you following your plan? See, I realized my purpose was to help people. I was doing the right thing for the wrong people. See, My purpose is to help the ones that want to be helped. My purpose is to love the ones that want to be loved. Give love to the ones that's going to give me the same love back. See, I was following the plan, but to the wrong ones. And unfortunately, I thought that those things would have fixed itself out, but it didn't. So I had to get to the point I had to cut off. And that's what I did. I just cut off. So now, I know it took me this long to get to this main part, but you needed a storyline to know. So basically what it is like this, how I cut it off. I first told each one of them why I walked away. But I didn't look for vindication. See, the problem is when we walk away, we want validation. We want closure. I left the door open. I left the door open for a while because I thought maybe this person would, give me the closure I need. Then I start realizing that's why I was holding on for so long. How many of y'all keep having arguments with people, the same argument over and over and over again? Feel like you're having the same argument around the same time each year. And you start realizing, like, why I keep saying this? These people don't understand. They understand you. They just don't care. And when I start realizing you never cared in the first place, why is it that I'm making all these changes to benefit you, but you haven't done one change to be there for me? So I stopped looking for closure. I just closed the door. And that's what I done. I closed the door. I just stopped answering phone calls, stopped answering text messages. I stopped. And I told myself, once you close this door, do not open it again. You have enough of proof. Shoulda, coulda, wouldas. You done them all. And that's one thing about me. Before I close the door, I'm going to make sure I done everything that I'm supposed to try to make it work. So when I close that door, I don't have to worry about, Dad, I should have said this. Dad, I could have done this. Dad, this. I done it all. I've said it all. Now once that door closed, you can't come back through it because I locked the door. I took the key out. And that's basically what happens. So don't get me wrong. If I would see any of these people in the street, I can say, how you doing? No. And why I ain't going to do all that? I'm going to just say hi. No different than like my mother right now. Whenever we get up every single day, this is what happens. There's a lot of days she'll sit back knowing she see me walking by. She won't even say nothing. I'll just say hi. She'll say, hey, how you doing? Good. I don't respond back and say, how you doing? No more. Don't care no more. You didn't care. I don't care. I'm not going to fake a conversation to say something. See, that's the thing about me. Once I shut out, I shut out. I don't care. You can be the same way I'm looking at myself do this video. You can be right in front of me and I still won't see you. When I shut you out, I shut you out. Because at the end of the day, I'm not wasting energy on a fake source. Yeah, a fake source. You a dud. Ain't nothing in you. So why am I plugging into a socket that don't work? So I ignore you. I can still say hi and keep it pushing. That's it. That's what I do every day. I can still get up. And don't get me wrong. I can say, hey, you want something to eat? Yeah. When she starts saying, I don't know. Do you want something or not? Yes or no. I don't explain myself anymore to people that are a fake source. I don't. See, that's a difference. See, when I look at you as a friend, I communicate. I give you more details. When you're not a friend, or you're not a loved one, or there's no love there, then I show you what it feels like. I just say what I need to say and be direct. You get the director. I get straight to the point. I don't give no explanations. I shut off. I will listen to you hold a whole conversation. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be disrespectful. I'm not. I'll let you listen, and then sometimes I'll just say, okay, that's what you want. Bye. I don't give nothing else. I don't say nothing else. Now the other day when it came to my mother, I had to tell her what was going on, because that's part of the journey. If it wasn't, I wouldn't say nothing else. There have been plenty of conversations before this moment that I wouldn't say nothing. I just say, okay. Okay. So, What you have to do is get to a point of realizing, did I do everything to make this work? If you've done everything you can to make the relationship work and they're not showing any progress, and don't get me wrong, it ain't gonna happen overnight. But you know it's been some time and you still see this person being petty and they not giving you respect and they're not treating you right, walk away. There's a billion people in the world. You tell me you can't find one real friend. Okay? But in order to know what a true friend is, you got to talk to the main one first. You are your best friend. You are your best friend. Learn that. Once you realize you are your best friend, then you realize you are the unconditional love. When you realize you're unconditional love to yourself, then you don't have to look to no one else to find it, because it's within you. God is within you. And when you notice that, then when you go out here in the world, you're not sniffing for it. Where's the love at? You ain't got to sniff for it, because you already carry it. And when people come around you, they know how to handle you based off of that. See, people know when you don't love yourself. And that's why they treat you the way they do. And that's why they act the way they do. Because they know you don't love yourself. Now, don't get me wrong. They don't love themselves either. But there's always one that is a little bit more understanding than the other. So my thing is this. Some people look at the monetized, the materialistic. They look at value in the material. So to them, they look at you as, I have more things than you. So that's where they get their love from. It's fake information, fake love. See, that was the thing about the people I hung around. Everyone that I was around had more than me. So they already felt like they was more intelligent than me because they had more financially and different things than me. So they looked at me and felt like they could belittle me because I didn't. That's why they looked at me like I was stupid, because I didn't have the name brand clothes, or I didn't have the money where I could just go and buy this and buy that and whatever. That's why they treated me the way they did. When they went to school and stuff like that, because I didn't have materialistic things like that, they automatically equated my intelligence as dumb. Yeah, that's what a lot of people do in this world. A lot of folks that have money look at other people because they don't have finances, they automatically think you're stupid because only a smart person can have money. Ain't that amazing how folks really think? But yeah, just cut people off. It's okay. I know at the end of the day, sometimes you're going to feel like, man, I want to check to see how they doing. Pray on it. That's what you really need to do. Pray on it. If my spirit says, walk away and trust that. Because think about it like this. When you walk away, you're going to start realizing, Dad, why is it that now all of a sudden I'm getting all these job offers? Why is it that I can sit back and I can create that book I always wanted to create? Why is it that I got all these good ideas about stuff? How come it's like I got more time to do things? I got more time with my family. I'm sleeping better at night. I'm not stressed out. I wake up happy every day. Because these little vampires were stealing your energy. That's why. They was draining you. And when people drain you, you get tired. And when you get tired, you can't think. And when you can't think, you can't operate. When you can't operate, what happens? You start getting sick. How many of y'all out here on medication, doped up? And your friends out here walking around like everything fine. They don't need medicine because you're their medicine. That's why. You're their medicine. I noticed that once I pull my energy away from all these people, they're looking depressed. They're looking sad. It looked like a daggone dark cloud over their head. When every time I see them, it's nothing but darkness around them. Because I was the light. And they was trying to keep my light dim so they can feel good about their light that they don't have. Because you want to know why? They needed other people to shine on them. Don't allow people to steal your light. Don't allow people to steal your energy. Don't allow people to take the best parts of you, and then what happens? You're dead and gone, and what? They still talking about you. So, this is another way, and then I'm going to get off of here because it's long enough. As me being a female, as ladies, we do it a lot. So, and then it's going to be vice versa for guys, okay? As a female, want to know how I was able to truly pull away? I tapped into my masculine side. See, I started noticing that women nag. It's annoying. It sounds like a net in your ear that won't go away. It's very annoying. Okay, don't get me wrong. I had my moment, all right? I didn't know no better, all right? I had a brief moment. But at the same time, I started getting quiet and I started listening. See, sometimes you have to learn how to tap into that masculine side. And what y'all doing is y'all tapping into it, into the reality. No, don't sit out here and walk around acting like a dude and looking like a dude. I'm not saying that. Tap into your masculine side is learning to be quiet, learning to not speak as much, learning to sit back and listen and chill and enjoy the moment. To not keep asking for more and more and more and more. Like, if somebody can give you the world and you be like, I still want the space. I need the stars too. Like, come on, calm down, be thankful. So I started looking at these people as if I was a guy. How will I handle this situation like that? And I do have some videos attached to at the same time. That's how I looked at it. That's how I looked at it. I start tapping into my masculine side. I start paying attention to how guys operate. And that's how I started learning how to pull back. What you see how dudes do, they pull back. They'll let a female talk. They'll let a female do different things. But while she talking so much, he over there doing something different. I'm not saying go out here and be with other people. I'm just saying pay attention to details. Men, opposite. Tap into your feminine. Don't go out here and start acting like a female. However, tap into your feminine side. Communicate more. Talk more. Alright? Express your emotions and your feelings. Tell the person exactly how you feel. And you don't have to be rough about it. You don't have to sit back and be at them. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Tell your friends. I don't care if it's a dude. I don't care if it's a female. Hey, look. Bruh, girl. Hey, look. You're doing too much, okay? And what I mean by you doing too much, like, look, I got feelings too. You ain't got to be all up in my face every single second. If you want me to talk, then listen to me. I know you ain't going to want to hear what I have to say, but just listen to me. Listen to everything I say, and then after we'll talk, then you express how you feel, and then we go back and forth like that. But if every word I say, you jumping down my throat, how in the world can I get anything out? And then you mad at me because I ain't saying nothing. Every time I open my mouth, you bark at me like a dog. Who the dog in this? Me or you? I thought I was a dog and you was a cat. Come on now. I know. I said it. It is what it is, but that's how it goes. So it's like, be direct and provide the information. Like I always say, the truth hurts. Giving somebody information hurts. I know, it hurts. But then you're going to feel good because you're being honest with the person. And now, by you being honest, it's like we can really heal from this. That's what being authentic is. Being able to be vulnerable enough to tell the truth about a situation. I don't care if you cheated. And babe, I cheated. I cheated. I did. I cheated. I cheated. Why do you cheat on me? Look, my ego stroke. I felt like I just need to feel like I still had it, and before I knew it, I got caught up. And I got caught up. I ain't gonna make no lie. I got caught up. I just felt like I was losing myself, losing my game, losing my But baby, I thought I'd show you love and stuff. I know, but it's like sometimes I get that feel like I just want to feel young again. I just want to feel young, feel like somebody chasing me. I already got you. I don't feel like I'm able to chase anymore. I feel like I'm a predator. I need to be able to go out there for my prey. But I got you, and you always doing everything I want, and I love it. I love the fact you give me everything I want and need. But then sometimes it's like, dang, make me beg for a little bit. Let me have to sit back and don't just jump every 5 seconds I say something. And I know that sounds dumb as hell. I know, baby. I know. But sometimes it's like, you treat me like royalty and I feel amazing about it. But at the same time, some days, it's like, dang. When you have everything given to you, you get to the point you get bored a little bit. You want to be able to have to beg for something. I need it, so I go out here and I was out here and this girl came up to me and she said something that caught my interest, and before I know it, my old ways came back. And I felt like I was like, dang, that's why I need something to chase. And she keep telling me no, it just made me want it more, and I don't know how it happened. It was just, it became one thing to another. And don't get me wrong, I don't love the girl, but it was just the thrill that brought me back to life. I felt like I was dying on the inside. That's too hard to say. Truth hurts, but honesty heals. So, baby, you telling me that me going on my way to give you everything you need, all this, like, I'm treating you like the queen, the king. I feel like you are. You telling me I'm doing too much? Yeah, babe. Okay. What you want me to do? Maybe beg for it. Don't give me stuff all the time. Like, I know that sounds stupid as hell. I'm complicated. I'm a man. Daggone it. But just sometimes, just back up a little bit. Allow me to do some stuff. I know, like, it's like taking the trash out. You know I got to do that. And you tell me to do it. But then at the same time, you just get up and do it yourself. Don't touch nothing until I do it. Make me have to do it. Don't just go do it. You see that something need to be done, and you know I work hard and stuff, and you got me. But sometimes, make me be able to just do it. Don't pick it up. You see that I dropped something on the floor. You know I don't supposed to be doing that. No, I just saw you behind cleaning up. Leave it there. I know it irritates you. I know. I get on your nerves, and I know it irritates you. But leave it there until I get it. Make me have to sit back and do what I'm supposed to do. See, that's why I keep doing what I do to you. Because every time I turn around, you always doing so much. So I cause friction and fuss with you. Because I be making you mad on purpose. Because it's like, if I make you mad, maybe she'll stop. Maybe she'll stop doing what she's doing. And she'll walk away for a little bit. Let me breathe for a little bit. And then maybe have to beg for her back. That's all. I just want to beg for you sometimes. It's like, when it's that time, you be like, willing to give it to me. Let me beg for it. Remember how we back in the day, and you be like, hey, I be like, babe, let me get some. You like, nope, I missed it. You even hear my voice. It's like, dang, I feel like my voice got deeper. But it's that simple. It's that simple. You know, we are all complicated. We all are complicated. And females are the same way. I need cricket glasses. Females are the same way. We all are complicated. When we realize we're complicated, then we'll know how to operate. In both things, the man is the predator, the woman is the prey. And then you gotta remember, when it's of two females, it's the same. We operate in our masculine and female side. So when you're going out here, you're meeting people, you got to know who you're dealing with. Am I dealing with a predator or I'm dealing with the prey? That's it. I know it's like, how the hell did she get to this point? Yes, that's it. See, the people I was hanging around, they was the predators. I was the prey. Yeah. That's all it was. But then when I became the predator, and because I learned from them, and then it started running behind them and going through all of this stuff, then that's why we had issues. And two predators in the house together can't work together because both of them going to attack. Two preys in the house together ain't going to work together because nobody ain't going to want to communicate. You got to know how to operate on both sides. It's a give and take. Sometimes I'm going to have to come after you and communicate to you and say, hey, come here. I need to talk. And then you're going to have to come to me and listen. Sometimes it's going to have to be the other way around. Hey, you need to come here. Okay, I'ma listen. When we get to that point and understanding those things, then we don't have to worry about walking away from anyone. Because if we don't understand that, don't get mad when somebody say, you know what, I don't love you anymore. On that note, y'all have a blessed day.